I was born.
Able to do that in front of your home peeps there, man.
Oh my God. You know, there's a lot of. All week I felt kind of weird. You know, I've never felt like this before a fight. I was super relaxed, super calm, and you know, I talked to Professor Brock and I talked to Coach Mark. I talked to my manager Tyson. They all pretty much told me the same thing. That's called being prepared, Maurice. That's when you're prepared. There's not a if, and, or but about what performance you're going to put on. And Mark, you know, sent me a text. He goes, "You're going to surprise yourself Saturday night." And then he was right. He goes, "Just stick to the game plan. Don't think. Just react. Let us do the thinking for you." And hey, man, you know, we're 3-0.
Was the game plan to work the kicks to the like those straight kicks to his legs early like that?
Absolutely. That's just to keep the distance. You know, keep the distance and not let him get in close. You know, he was able to close the distance. He hit me with some big shots. This is the game. But it was to keep the distance and keep him at bay, you know, and every once in a while be a sniper. When I could strike and hit him, I'd hit him. And, you know, those paid dividends. And as you can see, I dropped him. He got back up. I stayed on it. I stayed patient. We dropped him again. We finished the fight.
Do you think a lot of those kicks moving forward can give a lot of fighters problems just because we don't see them from everybody?
I guess we'll see in due time. I think it stops people in their tracks, you know. When you're coming to strike and I hyperextend your leg moving forward, you know, how are you going to continue your forward movement, you know? In some cases, if your leg goes straight, it'll put your chin out there. So, you know, you're probably seeing more, but, you know, I'm long. So why not use those? Why not use my longest limbs? They're not my arms, it's my legs.
Because of the length, were you worried that much about him getting inside like that?
Yeah, you're always worried.
Yeah.
You know, the time you don't worry is when you get knocked out. Okay, so yeah, you're always worried. You know, he has big power. He wouldn't be in the UFC if he didn't. Yeah, he's 1-3, but you guys forget about the record that got him here. He still got that in him. You know, but like I said, I was going to send him his walking papers tonight, and I did that.
Coming off that decision over Hughes, was it nice to get back into the finish column? Did you like it?
No, it's always nice to get back into the win column at the end of the day. Finishes are bonuses. We go out to fight 15 minutes. I train a total of 7 weeks at Factory X with my coach's blessing to go out there and you know, make it to the next level. And the idea was always to, you know, fight 15 minutes. You know we got a game plan in place. You stick to the game plan. You react. You don't think. You be free in there. And that's what I did. You know, the finish came sooner than I expected, but you know, when you train your ass off, what else? You know, when I fight to my best of my abilities, that's what I expect at the end of the day. But I'm always ready to go 15 of them.
You called out Arlovski.
Yeah.
Him?
Huh?
Why him?
Arlovski's just a vet, man. You know, I started my career in Chicago. Arlovski was in Chicago. He's a former champ. He's a tough guy. You know, he'll test my gangster in there. So. I don't like easy fights. I don't think he's an easy fight by any means, and everybody needs to be a good veteran.
What do you gain from a fight, from a win over him, just because he hasn't done as well lately?
He's a former champ. He's a vet. He's durable. He's tough. He was out of the UFC, came back to the UFC. There's something there, you know. It'd be 4-0. What do you mean? What do I gain? 4-0 is leverage in the UFC. I don't care how you cut it.
Arlovski has a fight coming up in July against Rothwell. Would you be interested in the winner of that fight?
You know, I'm down for whatever, man. I'm here to make some noise. You know, I'm getting ready to be 33. I'll say this, getting ready to be 33 July 5th. So if the UFC want your boy to go out to fight week, you just let me know. But I'm about to be 33. I don't got time to kind of take it super easy, you know. I think I'm the best. Actually, I know I'm the best in the world. Between Brock and being at Factory X, I will be the best in the world. And it's time to start leveling up the competition. You know, Junior Albini was just a tough guy with a good record, a lot of finishes that I had to go out and finish and win. And you know, I went out and finished him in the first. You know, I got hit with some big shots. I was able to overcome. You know, here in my hometown, everybody was very receptive to the crochet boss, and you know, this is just the beginning. Coming from a very humble place, you know, I just want to be the best, and I want to fight the best.
I asked you before the fight if you noticed any improvements in your game training at Factory X for this camp. You said, well, we'll see how the fight goes. We'll see on Saturday. Now that we're here, how did you feel, and are you better because you trained at Factory X?
I'm going to be honest. What do you think? No, I'm just saying, what do you think? You know what I think. Yes, 100%. I wouldn't have went there. I wouldn't have came out and performed like this if I did. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I'm just saying, what do you think? I mean, I think, I went out there and I executed. Yeah, there's always, places in a fight where, it's like, I was a little sloppy, but, that's the game, people. The biggest thing is keeping your composure and keeping your head in the right place. I went through a lot of trials and tribulations with, just my head being in the right place this past year and a half, and, we figured it out. And that's scary. That's scary. Not for me, but for everybody else in the division.
He had you up against the fence for a little while there. Were you concerned at all at that point?
No. Never concerned about being up against the fence. The only concern is that you're typically losing the fight up against the fence, right? Like he's controlling, right? I was trying to frame, get a knee. Actually, was trying to knee him in the face is what I wanted to do. I wanted to drop him, but he did a good job defending. I was able to break off. He got back up. It's all about keeping your composure and staying in there. So.
You talked about something that said, crocheting the pillow. You gonna do that?
Nah. You know what happened? This is what happens. You come in with this thought like, you're just waiting for him to say something so you can get off, but then what happens is he walked out of an interview and shook my hand and he said, it's nice to meet you. You have a beautiful city. And it's like, fuck! So then you go in the interview and it's, he's a nice guy, man, I'm not going to sit there and talk shit about somebody who's nice. It's all respect at the end of the day. We all grind the same way. Me and him are fighting for the same thing, our kids. It's kind of like I said in the interview, it's bittersweet. I sent him his walking papers. All right, I'm pretty sure I did. And, but if it wasn't him, it was going to be me. So, we know what we do it for.